Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week we are breaking out that slow cooker again for some delicious apple cider made completely from scratch. You may not have all of the ingredients, but a quick trip to the store should fix you right up. Let's get to it.
Alright, ingredients. You'll need a slow cooker full of apples, washed but not peeled, 4 cinnamon sticks, 1 cup of regular sugar, half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of ground clove. Put your sugar in a heat-resistant holder and then pour some boiling water on it until it's well covered. This will help dissolve most of the sugar, but take a spoon to mix it in until the sugar is no longer visible to the naked eye. Set that aside to cool, and let's prepare those apples. So many of them too. There are a couple ways you can do this. You can either use one of those fancy push down apple quarter things, or you can just cut it into quarters and then remove the middle as best you can. Doesn't matter too much if the seeds make it into the slow cooker, but it's preferable that you don't have them. Oh look! I cut one up and they're all magically done. Sweet! Add your cloves, nutmeg, and push your cinnamon sticks down into the apples. They're going to be pretty useless if they just stay on top away from the water. Go ahead and add in that sugar water that we made earlier and set to cool, then fill the pot up to about a ½ inch from the top or until your apples are covered. In this case, I just threw on the rest of the water that I boiled anyways. Set that lid on the slow cooker, put it on low, and leave it for 7.5 hours. Don't open the lid, no peeky peek, no looky look, just leave it alone.
Bah! What a rare instance I'm in one of my own videos, huh? So, this is one of the most important parts of the cider is an hour and a half before it's done. We're currently at the 6-hour mark. You need to grab a potato masher or some kind of mashing device, and you need to mash the apples so that they start to let out all their nice juices that you've been slowly cooking over this time. We're going to let it cook for another hour and a half, but it, again, is really important. You just want to mash everything as best you can. Spend about maybe 5 minutes on it. Just try to pulp it, and then we'll just enjoy that delicious apple cider once it comes to a close. Watch carefully. Also, if you smash crazily down into the pot, you're going to spill everywhere, so do be careful. This is really hot. And don't worry if you accidentally mash the cinnamon. I'm going to cover that later in my instructions. Just focus on making sure you keep as much of the heat in as possible by taking relatively little time to get all this done. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. That's about all you need. Go ahead and recover this sucker, and then leave it alone for the next hour and a half. That is the most important part. Don't take the lid off, just leave it to cook. 1 more hour and a half, and then that apple cider will be yours.
Once the cooker beeps, grab a sieve and some kind of pot and firmly press the apples down to get as much juice as possible. Pick out the bits of cinnamon stick when you find them. At the bottom of the batch, I like to pour the rest into the sieve instead of chasing it around with a spoon, but be careful when you pour because the liquid is still fairly hot, and I haven't managed to not scald myself yet. Oh well, it's worth it. You can drink this hot and straight away, which is preferable, or you can chill it in the fridge and reheat it whenever you like. If you drink it cold, just be aware it gets a little syrupy, but it is still good. And make sure to use or lose this within 7 days, as it contains no preservatives.
True story, when I first made this batch of apple cider, my roommate and I drank it until it was gone. And you'll probably do the same. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up and leave me a comment below. If you've tried it and want to make any suggestions, of course include that in comments. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.